Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to part one of the Awakening to Dark Magic series from Victim to Victor. In this video, I'm going to discuss the things that I experienced that were a catalyst to me creating this YouTube channel. I want to inspire, encourage, and empower those who believe that they are victims of dark magic. And I hope that this video series will be helpful to you. And I also want to hopefully awaken those who don't believe that dark magic exists. All right, so let me get started. I used to believe that black magic couldn't touch me. I was very arrogant about it. I felt like since I was God and I create through the power of my mind, if I don't believe it, it can't affect me. Well, what I didn't realize is that I had already been under some serious dark magic for years, like my whole life, pretty much. My higher self had been trying to tell me for a while that I was being attacked, but my ego wouldn't listen. The divine within me was trying to bring my attention to tarot readings on YouTube, talking about dark magic being done in the titles, but I still ignored it. It wasn't until one day I woke up, went in the bathroom, looked in the mirror, and did not recognize myself. My head had swollen twice its size, and my face was swollen and disfigured. It looked crazy, y'all. I mean, like if y'all have ever seen that Martin Lawrence episode back in the day when he was fighting Tommy Hearns and he got his ass whooped, and how his face was looking all fucked up and swollen and shit. Like, it wasn't to that degree. Obviously, that would be really insane, but it was crazy looking. My eyes were almost swollen shut. I looked horrible. Like, I looked really scary. It scared me. It terrified me when I looked in the mirror. Like, I looked like a monster. I didn't even look human. It was crazy. I also had these weird circular rashes around each ear. So I went straight to the hospital. As soon as I saw my face like that, I went straight to the hospital, and my swelling had went down a lot by the time I got there, which was good. But it was still, my face was still looking fucked up. They had took my vitals at the hospital, and my blood pressure was so high. They wanted to keep me there overnight. They had said that they were afraid that I was going to have a stroke or a heart attack. That's how high my blood pressure was, y'all. And so, that overnight ended up being 3 days. Like, they could not get my blood pressure to go down. That's how long it took for it to go down. As far as the swelling and disfigurement of my head and face, that remained a mystery. They speculated that the swelling that remained around my neck could have been the result of stones that were found in my salivary glands, but they didn't know for sure. As far as the rash around the ears, they asked me if I put my any new products on my skin, and I told them no. There was nothing new I was using. I believe the rash around my ears was some type of allergic reaction to the material on the headphones I was wearing, because that was the only thing that I could think of that would have made the shape of the rash around my ears. I had been wearing them for a while though, and never had a reaction before, which was strange. When I came home from the hospital, I felt like a zombie. I was a shell of myself. I had even less energy than I had before, which wasn't saying much because I had been lethargic for a while before going to the hospital and couldn't understand why. I felt like something was literally attached to my back. I was cold most of the time, but when I got home, I started having these weird hot and cold spells. It was like my body's ability to regulate my temperature was out of whack. The day I came home from the hospital, I got my ancestor candles ready for their altars. I started rubbing my hands together to generate energy before placing my hands on the candles, and I felt nothing. No warmth, tingling sensation, nothing. I knew something was wrong. After I got the candles ready and put them on the altars, I heard the divine in me say to lay on my bed, place my chakra crystals on my chakras, and hold on to my clear quartz and tourmaline crystals. I did that, and my higher self told me to place the tourmaline crystal right above my navel. I did, and felt something move inside of me. It moved below my navel, and I put the crystal there, and it kept moving, so I kept placing the crystal wherever it moved until I felt it leave my body. I was in the bed for 2 hours doing this crystal chakra work. Afterwards, I felt like myself again. I was energetic. The warmth returned to my body. I felt energy and warmth in my hands when I rubbed them together, and I didn't feel an attachment on my back anymore. At that time, I knew that I had an entity inside of me that had made me sick and lethargic, and my higher self helped to free me from it. In hindsight, I believe that that entity came from a guy I was briefly dealing with as a result of the love spells and sex magic that he had done on me. I was definitely under some spell work that caused me to even deal with him because he wasn't even my type. I was actually repulsed by him, but felt this strong pull towards him. I had sex with him on our first date, which was completely out of character for me. In fact, I had been in an unusual lustful energy with certain guys I was talking to and or really liked, and couldn't believe some of the shit I did afterwards. I would send pornographic videos and pics to these particular guys, and that was completely out of my character at this stage in my life. Maybe when I was younger, but not at this stage. And just to let y'all know, I'm not trying to portray myself to be something that I'm not. Like I'm all perfect and innocent and holier than thou, and ain't never did no old shit in my life. I'm not perfect, and I don't claim to be. I'm an open book, so if I was really a thought, I would just say I'm a thought. Because honestly, I don't give a fuck what y'all think about me. So I have nothing to hide, okay? So real talk, that was not the type of energy I was on, which is what was weird about it in hindsight. It was like I was a different person, like something else took over me. I'm going to do a video on signs of love and magic spell work so that people can be aware of it. Because you have a lot of people out here who think it's okay to fuck with people's minds and free will energetically. And it's not okay. It's sick. You know, you have normal people who actually want someone to want them, you know, to reciprocate that desire. But you have crazy people who want to force people to want them. And that's not right. That's insane. And so I'm going to do a video on that so that people can be aware of things to look out for, in these love magic spells. Okay. So anyway, he had sex demons inside of him and had transmitted an entity into me through sex. This entity was residing in my root and sacral chakra areas, which are responsible for my sense of creativity, manifestation, being grounded, and stability. The entity was feeding off my energy from those areas and draining me, weakening my energetic field, making it easy for my enemy spell work to come through. That's why it is so important to be careful who you have sex with, y'all, because sex is not just a physical act, but a spiritual act, and people with ill intentions can do dark magic on you without you even knowing it while they're having sex with you. Needless to say, your girl learned her lesson and her worth and is now celibate and will stay that way until the divine gives me my divine counterpart. Okay. There was also strange shit I found on my property and other weird shit, which I will discuss in the next video of this dark magic series entitled Awakening to Dark Magic Part 2, Signs You Might Be a Victim. So, it took all that for me to finally humble myself and listen to those online tarot readings talking about spell work being done. I want to thank all the readers out there who are revealing these mentally ill, unhealed witches and warlocks doing dark magic behind the scenes to people. Your readings were the confirmation of what the divine had already revealed to me. And I know your readings are helping many others as well. Okay, so back to the story. There was a time in my life when I started thinking I was cursed, and I had got an ancestor reading a while back. The priestess told me my ancestors were saying bad medicine, and that it had to do with a curse. I thought she was trying to scam me out of some money because she provided services to remove the curse, so I dismissed her claim. Now, years later, I believe her. I asked my higher self and ancestors to reveal to me the person or people involved in cursing me. I began to have dreams of those individuals. I even caught one of them astral traveling to me, trying to sexually assault me. Some of them were people who I had cut out of my life, with the exception of one that I didn't realize was a hidden enemy until that person astral traveled towards me, thinking I wouldn't recognize them. I even got tarot readings done to confirm what was already revealed to me by the divine. Needless to say, I immediately cut that person off and removed my energy from them. The other people were already cut off. This whole situation caused me to learn about energy, our magnetic field, and magic. I'm far from an expert on anything, but the divine has helped me to understand the importance of protecting my energy. I learned that I was doing things that had made it easy for my enemies to attack me. For one, I still had an energetic tie to the person I found out was one of my hidden enemies, who was also connected to the other people I had cut off, who were working against me through dark magic. I trusted this person and was telling them things that were going on in my life because I had no one else to talk to. This created an energetic tie, which allowed them to play in my energy with spell work. I had been drinking alcohol, smoking weed, and taking cannabis gummies, mushroom gummies. I started eating unhealthy and developed an addiction to eating baking soda. Yes, y'all. Baking soda. I started using it for heartburn. I wanted to find something I could use to get rid of my heartburn one day, and a thought came to my mind to take a teaspoon of baking soda I checked online to see if baking soda was used for heartburn, and it was. So I thought one of my ancestors gave me that remedy. It ended up becoming an addiction though, which I know contributed to my high blood pressure. I stopped exercising, was in an insecure, codependent, unhealed energy, and was unknowingly sleeping with a warlock. I was also involving myself in gossip and complaining, which are all low vibrational things. I was in a very lustful, low vibrating energy, wanting to gratify my flesh rather than gratify the divine within me. Because I was doing all these low vibrational things, it weakened my magnetic field, and my energy became a match to my enemy's spell work against me. Once I realized this, I saw guidance from the divine within me to show me the changes I need to make in my life to protect my energy. It's a lot of sacrifices I have to make, but I'm learning that there's nothing more valuable than my energy. People value money and material things, but your energy and your inner G or inner God is way more valuable than all the material things in this world. It's more valuable than anything in this world. It is the currency in the spirit realm and should be respected and protected at all costs. I have always wanted to help people, and this experience has motivated me to want to help people learn how to transmute their energy and do the healing work necessary so they don't become like my enemies who have resorted to spell work rather than going within, dealing with their inner wounds and healing from them. They have also motivated me to want to help expose dark magic, how to recognize it and how to free yourself from it, from my own personal experience. So I guess I should thank my enemies for breaking me open, for they are the catalyst to this channel. What they used to try to destroy me, God used to empower me. So for that, I say thank you. I wanted to discuss the topic of dark magic because I believe it is a very important one that needs to be taken seriously and discussed. When we think of magic, we think of the stuff we see in the movies. Nothing based on reality, but magic is very real. Maybe not as dramatic as you would see in the movies, but nonetheless real. So let's talk about magic and what it is, right? Magic, as defined in the book The Magician by Philip Cooper, is the art of using controlled thought to produce a result. Again, magic is the art of using controlled thought to produce a result. So that doesn't sound very magical, does it? Magic is not what we see in the movies. We are all magicians, whether knowingly or in ignorance. Magic is nothing more than using the power of your mind to manifest something physically in your life. The book The Kabbalion says the all, or God, that's a name for God, the all is mind, the universe is mental. So basically, everything that exists is a manifestation of divine mind, or the all, God, and the nature of manifestation in general is mental. We are all mental creations of the all, or God, the indescribable one. And like the indescribable one, we also create mentally. The problem is, most of us are doing this in ignorance through our negative thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. And those who practice dark magic rely on our ignorance to attack us. So, how does magic work? I mentioned earlier that magic is using the power of your mind to manifest something physically. The mind consists of our thoughts, emotions, and consciousness or awareness. So magic is using the power of your thoughts, emotions, and consciousness to manifest something physically. The universe is mental in nature. It exists and operates through the energy of divine thought, emotions, and consciousness. And we are vessels of the divine, co-creating with it through our thoughts, emotions, and consciousness or our mind. Everything is made of energy, including our mind. My definition of energy is the power of the divine, that life force that exists in all things. Everything in existence has an energetic signature or frequency, vibration surrounding it. That frequency is its magnetic field, or what some people call an aura. This magnetic field can attract or repel energy according to its frequency. So, our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are energy. Depending on the type of thoughts, emotions, and beliefs we have, determines their frequency or vibration. If you are having positive thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, the frequency or vibration of them will be high vibrating or fast. If your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are negative, the frequency or vibration of them will be low, vibrating slow. This can affect your magnetic field in a positive or negative way, depending on your vibration. When our magnetic field is vibrating slow, it weakens it and attracts negative energies. Think of your magnetic or auric field as your spiritual skin. Just like your physical skin is your body's first line of defense against pathogens in the outside world, your magnetic or auric field is your spiritual skin, protecting you from the pathogens in the spiritual world. I see it as a force field of protection. So when that force field has been compromised by our own negative energies, it will be a magnet to negative energy, because our auric field or magnetic field is magnetic in nature. That means it attracts or repels energies. Dark magic is a very low vibrating energetic practice. The energy that is put into it has to be an energetic match to the person it is intended for in order for it to work. Like energies attract, opposite energies repel. So when you have consistent negative thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, you become a magnet to negative energies. The same thing with being positive. You will become a magnet to positive energies if you consistently are of a high vibration. That's magic. The key is being intentional on what you think, feel, and believe, putting your attention on what you desire to manifest so that you become a magnet to it. Energy goes where attention flows. That doesn't mean that you will always attract positive things in your life if you are generally a positive person and not the other. Contrast is what actually helps us to evolve and grow spiritually. It's not meant to be avoided. So let's say you want to manifest a specific car. You set your intentions saying to yourself, I'm going to have that car. You think of the type of car that you want, the make, model, year, color, etc. You imagine yourself in that car driving it, allowing all of your senses to be immersed in that experience. You develop a plan of action You develop a plan of action to get that car and start putting your plan into motion, confident that you're going to receive that car. You just perform magic. You set your intention on what you want it to happen. You use the power of your mind to imagine it, experience it as if you already had it, and set your plan to get it in motion. You put out energy of what you wanted and expect to receive. And because the universe operates on mental frequencies, the vibration you send out with confidence will attract the opportunities for you to get that car. Dark magic works the same way. The person sets their attention, or intention rather, on what they want to happen to you. They may use their imagination alone, or may use an object that is a symbol of their intention, like binding a cow's tongue for a shut-up spell, or using a dial. To increase the potency of the spell, they may use the energy of certain tools like candles, crystals, even sacrificing animals or using the blood of animals, their own blood, or the blood of others. These are just examples. There are many, many ways dark magic is done. They may invoke evil entities to help them. It's all energy work. And everything is energy. So the more energy that goes into the spell through the use of these tools, the stronger it is. They use whatever tools they feel are necessary and represent the target and what they want done to the target, and all of their hatred, anger, and other low vibrating energies into whatever the symbol of the person they're doing spell work against is. Imagining what they want to happen to you, seeing it happening in their mind and sending that energy towards you. Remember, magic is using the power of your mind to manifest. So the imagination is key. Magic is mental. If your magnetic field is compromised through your own low vibrating negative energies, then the energy they sent will hit you. But if your magnetic field is strong because you're vibrating on a high positive frequency, that energy will bounce off of you and go right back to their ass. If some of it does get to you, it will be something very minor and nothing compared to what it was meant to do. For example, there's been times when I felt my skin itch, and I knew they were trying to attack me with some beauty magic, trying to get my skin to break out in a rash. So I returned that energy to its sender and ignored the sensation until it went away, from, my body. I didn't feel it no more. And so, I would always do that whenever I felt something coming. I'm like, oh, here come these dummies again. Here they go with their goofy magic. Okay, let me go ahead and just block it, and ignore it. I'm not going to put my attention on it. And then it goes away. So positive energy is always more powerful than negative energy. So dark magic only has power when the target's energy matches the energy of the magic. So if you want to be a victor and not a victim of dark magic, it is essential that you raise your vibration. And I will talk about how to do that in another video. Okay, so that's it, y'all. I hope this video was helpful in some way. I hope, I didn't fuck it up, from reading and stuff. I was trying to, read through everything and without making any mistakes. But, I did my best, and I don't want to have to keep recording because I did try this more than one time. Like, I don't want to have to record this again. So hopefully I didn't, mess up too much. Y'all pretty much got the gist of what I'm saying. And I will make another video talking about how to protect your energy from dark magic, ways that you can raise your vibration. And I think the video that I'm going to do next is how to recognize, So my next video, which will be a sequel to this, is going to be on how to recognize dark magic. Some things that you can look out for. And this is all based on, my experience. It's not a comprehensive list of things. Everything that I'm giving is just based on my experience. I'm sure there'll be other people out there that have gone through other things. So it's not a comprehensive list of things. I'm just talking about what I've experienced. Maybe some of you out there have experienced the same things, and I'm wondering, like, okay, what the fuck, And hopefully, this video, and the next video, and the video that I'm going to do after that will help. All right. So I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.